Welcome back to Orange Hat Reviews, everyone. Today we're actually going to be going over a couple things with an article, or actually what I call a wet rag, journalism site called the Mary Sue. This is the most SJWBS site that I've ever seen. They continually rag on men. So, yeah, they got the whole feminazi thing going. They don't do any research at all. I mean, they did a whole nother Brie Larson defense video, basically telling everybody, stop attacking Brie Larson and stop making vids. Well, guess what? My channel's not monetized. I could give a shit about Brie Larson. I know that a lot of people care about Brie Larson. My two videos that have Brie Larson in the title have the most views. And you know what? That's fine. But I'm standing by what I'm saying. I'm not going to do Brie Larson videos in excess like the others that I follow are doing. They can do it all they want. I've said my piece on Brie Larson. She's so freaking nuts, she could sit on a coconut and probably hatch a goddamn snake out of it. Because that's how abnormally normal she is. Now, there is one thing that I definitely take issue with what she said recently, where she basically compared her life coming up through Hollywood or to her role in the movie Room, and some people said, that's just her saying that she feels closed off and this and that. Well, believe it or not, she chose to close herself off. In the movie Room that she got an Oscar from, guess what? She didn't have a choice in that. Also, in the movie Room, she was raped multiple times, forced to have a kid, and whatnot. If her comparison to her rising star in Hollywood is compared to her role in the movie Room by her own words, I'm sorry, but rape victims should have a lot of outrage and a lot of offense to that. Because unless she has been sexually assaulted or whatever, I don't think she has, because believe me, Hollywood stars wouldn't make this known, especially now in the Me Too era. People would know about it. I digress. The thing is, the Mary Sue basically bitched at people and saying that, or men are only complaining that a strong female character is taking the front in the next phase. Here's the thing, Mary Sue, or as I call Wet Rag. I wanted a female character to take the lead in the MCU's next phase. I really did. Except that the Russo brothers and Marvel decided to kill that character off in Endgame. We are past the spoiler ban, people, so I am going to discuss spoilers of Endgame in my videos if I discuss things like this. Black Widow, she got X'd out because she was a sacrifice for the Soul Stone. I wanted her to be the new leader of the Avengers in Phase 4. It would have kept me interested in the MCU. They decided to kill her off. And now they're doing a movie that I'm guessing will be taking place in the 90s, shortly after the Captain Marvel timeline. Which, anyway. But no. Also, they continue to claim she's a strong woman. I have not seen any evidence to suggest that Brie Larson is a strong woman. None. And people can say, well, she pushed a Jeep for however many yards or whatever. I could do that in my sleep, and I am not in shape. I could. I really could. And I'm fat. And I admit it. Yeah. Well, she did, or she gave $10,000 to kids so they could see her movie. 80% of those kids didn't see her movie because they had no way of getting to the movies. She wasted $10,000. Well, then you got nothing, basically. And people still rag on the whole body language thing. Don Cheadle came up to her and defended her. It's like, Don Cheadle is so much of a shill that he basically... Well, I'm not even going to go into that. That's just... It would... I'm not going to get into it. Don Cheadle basically feels that it's okay to joke about killing elected officials. I'm sorry, last time I checked, that was a federal offense to threaten to kill an official. Maybe not joking about it, but still, who does that? That's very inappropriate. I don't care who the elected official is. I wasn't a fan of Obama, but I not once ever joked about killing him, because that would be inappropriate. You don't do that because it's wrong. That's how crazy an SJW most of Hollywood has become. I'm not going to use the term woke. I'm going to cover that in another video upcoming as well. I hate that term. It's misused. So, here's the thing. The Mary Sue, I will call you out as often as I feel, and I will call you out on Twitter, and I will call you out on YouTube. You can just call me a toxic masculinity all you want. Prove it. Prove it. But here's the thing. You won't be able to. Because, one, you don't know me personally. So, you can only go through court of public opinion, which is in itself a very toxic thing. It has ruined the life of many a people who are good people. Two, here's another thing. Mary Sue did that whole Alita article thing. Here's the proof, or here's more evidence that they don't do the research and they don't even care whether or not they contradict themselves. I already did a video on this back in, or I think it was like my second video on this channel. Basically, it was called a highly inaccurate article. Why men who hate women love Alita Battle Angel. That is a self-contradictory title. So you kind of contradicted yourself. And I already went over several proofs to the contrary. They say that we will never vote for female, this and that, office runners and this and that. It's like I already said, I voted for a female. Her name's Elise Stefanik. She's a congresswoman. So yeah. That's about as far as I'll get into politics. The point is, the Mary Sue is is a self-opinionated wet rag. It's worse than tabloids. And tabloids are things like National Enquirer. 98% bullshit. Actually, 99% bullshit now. The Mary Sue is basically 100% BS. They're strictly meant for entertainment, to laugh at, because they're full of hate. They have absolutely no accuracy whatsoever in their articles. They tried attacking Chris Pratt recently. He's a man, nobody attacked him for anything. Believe it or not, before I even got into the YouTube business and doing my channel Orange Hat Reviews, I actually did notice something. Chris Pratt did do something controversial. He actually mocked deaf people. But here's the thing. He didn't double down like most SJWs do. What he did was apologize. And not only did he apologize, he did it in a way that others, including those who could not hear, would understand. He did it in sign language. So yeah, you're gonna rip on Chris Pratt? Why? Because he's a God-fearing Christian? And he has views you don't like? Too bad. Brie Larson has said very rude things, condescending things, sexist things, and racist things, and you guys don't call her out for it because you gotta protect the women. Why don't you throw up a Heil Hitler sign there while you're at it, Mary Sue? Because that's basically what you're coming off as, a female Nazi. That's basically what you guys are coming off as. So yeah, when you guys pull your Third Reich BS and your wet rag articles, I'm gonna start going off on them. When they come across my laptop, I'm gonna freaking give my opinion, and you're not gonna like it if you're a follower of the Mary Sue. That's all I have to say on this whole thing. I'll get into more details later on Mary Sue articles as I see them for now on. Because, you know what? I think I'm going to start doing videos that make them sound stupid. If Brie Larson is a part of those articles, whatever. I don't care. Maybe someday my channel might get monetized. I don't know. But when it does, then I'll start doing the whole popular thing that gets more views. Hopefully, Brie Larson will become a faded fad by the time that happens. I don't know. I only got 34 subscribers. Or is it 32? I don't know. But I do appreciate every one of my subscribers. Can Brie Larson say that she appreciates every one of her fans? I don't think she can, because it would mean admitting that some men who she detests, it would mean showing appreciation towards them as well. So yeah. That's all I got to say on this. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot. Gives me good feedback. Leave a comment. I enjoy reading the comments, believe it or not. If you guys actually feel this message should be shared out to the rest of social media, please do. Like, subscribe, share, all that. And, I do appreciate all of my subscribers. I wish I had a way of knowing exactly who every one of my subscribers are. I know Fatal J is another YouTuber. You guys should check him out. Fatal J. J-A-Y. Stephanie B. She's a good YouTuber too. And a few others. I know those two by name that subscribe to me. They're good YouTubers. Check them out. And they're good people too. But yeah. Leave a like, or pull a share. Leave a comment. I enjoy it all. This has been Orange Hat Reviews, and you all have a great day.